Min's journey. Min used to believe that communication was simply about speaking and listening until one day he decided to change his approach to life. He realized that to succeed in both his career and personal relationships, he needed to truly understand the feelings and thoughts of those he encountered, a skill he called reading people. Starting from within. First, Min understood that in order to read others, he had to learn to read himself. On a chilly morning while waiting for the bus, he suddenly noticed his heart racing and felt a twinge of anxiety as he thought about an important meeting ahead. Instead of letting negative emotions take over, he paused, observed his breathing, and recognized that this tension was merely a natural reaction. This moment marked the beginning of his practice in identifying his own emotions, a crucial step toward later understanding the subtle signals from others. Lessons from the cafe. One afternoon, Min decided to relax by visiting a small cafe in the heart of the city. There, he sat back and observed his surroundings. A group of young friends was engaged in lively conversation. Yet Min noticed that not everyone was fully present. A girl sitting alone, despite smiling and speaking softly, revealed a deep sense of loneliness in her eyes. Meanwhile, a man in the corner frequently glanced at his watch, nervously running his hand through his hair, signaling restlessness and disengagement. Through these observations, Min learned that communication isn't just about words, it's also about gestures, eye contact, and even the silent pauses between interactions. The challenge of a job interview. Min later had the opportunity to attend a job interview at a major company. From the very first moments, he observed subtle changes in the interviewer's demeanor. Initially, the tone was confident and the gaze warm. But when the conversation turned to handling pressure, the interviewer's face briefly lost its assurance. Min quickly noted these cues. Yet he also realized that his own feelings of anxiety and self-doubt had clouded his ability to convey his message effectively. As a result, despite his keen observations, he couldn't convince them to choose him. This costly lesson taught him that to read others accurately, you must first master your own emotions. Predictions at a social gathering. Not stopping there, Min decided to test his skills during social interactions. At an intimate gathering hosted by a friend, he observed a group conversing around a round table. Min noticed that although the words spoken were enthusiastic, the gestures and glances unmistakably revealed their true emotions. He predicted that this group would soon bond over sincere sharing, a prediction that was quickly validated when, after a few hours, they began planning a trip together. This experience reinforced his belief that identifying behavioral patterns through subtle cues is a skill that can be honed and effectively applied. Learning from mistakes and continuous improvement. These experiences not only brought success but also helped Min understand his own limitations. He recognized that not every sign is clear or easily interpreted. There were times when his interpretation of someone else's emotions was off. But it was through these mistakes that he learned to adjust and refine his observational skills. He gradually realized that self-confidence and the ability to control one's own emotions form the foundation of accurately reading others. Conclusion: the power of understanding others and yourself. Over time, Min became not only proficient at reading people, but also evolved into a confident, charismatic, and likable communicator. He understood that charisma is not innate but is the result of self-awareness, keen observation, and continuous learning. Every smile, every glance, and every subtle gesture holds its own story. And only by truly listening to these signals can we fully understand one another. Min's journey teaches us that we must always start with ourselves, cultivating self-awareness and expanding our ability to observe. When we learn to read the emotions of others, we not only improve our relationships, but also gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, which is the key to a meaningful and successful life.